Um, this might be hard for some people to speak about, but here on the MizFitz, we decided that this was an important topic that we needed to talk about. This past week, we lost another rapper. R.I.P. to Takeoff.
Rest in peace.
Sadly, he lost his life while out enjoying life in Houston. We're not going to get into the details of his death, but we want to talk about today. We want to talk about life expectancy and the large discrepancy on rappers losing their life versus other genres of music, i.e., pop, i.e., R&B, i.e., country. So the question we're asking is, why is the life expectancy so low when it comes to being a rapper versus all the other genres? What you got, Yeetity?
So I'm gonna start by saying, don't discriminate against country. You don't know the type of life Leanne Rhymes lead. Okay, she probably out here slanging and banging. Let me stop. I'm just playing. Obviously trying to make light of the situation, but it's a very serious topic. I honestly feel like it's ego. I feel like it's ego and persona, and nowadays the everyday rapper is trying to fit that bill of what it is that they're rapping about, and it turns into well, no, I'm not going out like no bitch. Fuck that. No, you can't have my shit. And you get what comes. The other side of it too is guys' ego as well, not taking their value or their worth seriously. Security is a must. And I understand trying to, keep it real and spread the wealth within, who you know in the clique. And you a big dude. You could be my security. You my homie. I know you got my back. And it not being somebody that's legitimate in that business, where security is a business. Like at the end of the day, you have to be able to defend yourself, yes, be trained or skilled in particular, firearms, but you also have to be able to, I feel like, understand when there's a time and a place for that type of response. Being able to de-escalate a situation is a crucial part of being a security guard as well.
Or remove from.
Yes. Sometimes understanding, all right, I need to get you the hell out of here. Like, I can't control what could possibly go down. We got to look at it from a different lens. Let's move and let's go. So I feel like ego is the biggest facet when it comes to that, to where they feel like they don't need to, or they feel like they can still do the things that they may have done when they were, in a, less, financially savvy position. So that's my thing. I feel like it's a lot of, smartening up and understanding, your net worth and your importance to the people around you. And unfortunately, the world we live in, the value of life is trash at this point in time. It's on display daily. If you have social media, there's always something about somebody doing something to somebody. So yeah, those are my reasons why I feel like.
I think it's a good amount of things that Chris said. I think it's also the environment that the people come from. So for example, what Chris said, you have the big guy that you grew up with, that got your back, and they might not know how to de-escalate, because where we come from, we don't really de-escalate, because if you de-escalate, you look like the soft one, the one that, if you're the one that say, I'm out, which ironically, that's what Quavo said in the video. He's like,
that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part.
When you say that, you soft. You can't be the first one to back out or back down. So I think it's that, because I can name some rappers who are very popular And I don't mean the Drake, Cole and Kendrick. I don't mean them neither. You got guys like Little Uzi and all these guys that they don't get into stuff like that because that's not the type of energy that they bring with them. Like, I don't even mean them. I mean, like, with them. Like, when I got Chips and Chris with me, we chilling. Nobody's looking at it like we should try them. Like, everybody's just chilling, not knowing that Chris and Chips are licensed to have guns and no kung fu and all of that. They don't know that because we not moving like that. We not.
I'll take a motherfucker out, son. You heard?
I'm a goon.
We not moving like.
Nah, I'm pussy. I play. I don't want no smoke. No smoke.
Whereas you got somebody like I'm not gonna name names, but you got other guys that everything y'all just said. That's how they move though. They moving like I'm tough, and I want y'all to know I'm tough, and try me. I want you to try me and see what happens. Because, like I said, I could think of a bunch of rappers that don't move like that, and you don't hear about them having these issues. And then another part that comes along with that is politics. So, I'm from one part of Brooklyn. Chips is from another part of Brooklyn. Nobody knows me on that side. I know Chips. We're not friends, but I know him. So I'm gonna go check in with Chips. What Chips gonna do? Now you good, yo? Come to my block. We good on my block. Everything good. Now we're in an environment that we just don't need to be in. I'm in a whole nother state, whole nother city, and because I'm with my guys, now I'm just following you around. There was a video of before, like earlier in the day, with Quavo and the son, one of the sons of Jay Prince. They just driving around. He just got a gun laying out. Now it might be legal, but why is that necessary? I'm not asking why is it necessary to have. Why is it necessary to be shown? Like, why you just driving around like that? You know what you're trying to portray. Like, why is that even necessary? Whereas opposed to, I could just go to fucking Bushwick and go get a sandwich from the store and take my ass home instead of calling Chips and say, yo, bring all your friends outside. We gonna go on social media and show, yo, I'm outside. But that's what they do. They travel from city to city with the so-called tough guys
of that city.
And now you in an environment or a situation that you don't need to be in. We talking about millionaires, bro. Multi-millionaires at a gambling spot.
No. I'm gonna cut you off. Sorry. But you leading right into what I want to say. It's self-infliction, bro. Like, why are you, like you said, 2:30 in the morning, you outside of a closed bowling alley throwing dice, bro. You are a multi-millionaire.
With strangers too. It ain't
with strangers.
It ain't me and my friends that I know doing dice.
You know what I'm saying? Go get an Airbnb. Tell whoever you want to gamble with, yo, we're gonna have a gambling game. Come to this Airbnb, have what Yeetity said, your security, pat dudes down professionally, no ratchets, no beef, have your security posted up the way they're supposed to be as if you're in a casino, right? And do the shit the smart way, it's self-inflection. Putting yourself in situations where you don't have to be. And it's sad, but these rappers today, they have to learn that when you make it, you gotta change your ways. You can't move like you was moving when you was somebody with no bread, when you was somebody with no rep. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to Houston, finding myself in the most dangerous neighborhood to show that I'm tough. I'm not walking through the streets of Chicago. You know what I mean? You know, being with the most notorious gangster or gang member or whatever the case may be. Like, you don't, like, back in the day, we had Biggie die and we had Pac die. Outside of that, who else died violently? You know why? Because motherfuckers ain't do shit that was going to put them in harm's way as often as they do now. You know what I'm saying? 50, people like 50 and Fat Joe and Diddy, they had their beefs, but it was a million security dudes around to be like, yo, before anything got crazy. So the most you had was a little screaming back and forth, you pussy or whatever, Source Awards, blah, blah, blah. Right? But it's all in a controlled setting. You can't tell me that you on a balcony with random groupies, other hood motherfuckers outside of a bowling alley at 2:30 in the morning, that's a controlled environment. And who the fuck wants to throw that? You're not on a corner. You're not at a barbecue in the backyard. You on a balcony outside of a bowling alley. Who decides to have a fucking dice game with thousands of dollars being bet at that moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just mind-boggling to me, the situations and predicaments that these entertainers put themselves in this day and age. R.I.P. to P&B Rock, but why are you going up to a Roscoe Chickens with $1 million worth of, or $1,000 worth of chains around your neck? I don't understand it. You don't need to do that. Go through the drive-thru, my G. Send your girl into the store to get your order to go. Tell me a Roscoe Chicken that's in the safe neighborhood. I don't think there isn't.
Nah, there's one.
It might be one. Was he at that one?
No.
All right. So I mean, you gotta know your surroundings. Like, why put yourself in these predicaments? It's just like when you put it on a scale and it's just like me with this little bullshit chain, my little bracelet. I'm not going into a certain area, or like we said it on past shows, I'm not going to fucking Bed-Stuy or Brownsville wearing this by myself, walking down the street at 1:00 in the morning, because of the possibilities I know of what could happen. And it's crazy. You standing there at 2:30. There's another video floating around where somebody had their hand on the ratchet the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time.
So clearly there was some tension already going on.
Yeah, and that's where like Yitiri said, you gotta be professional when you out in these streets. Well, you don't have to be professional, but you gotta have somebody that is professional that can de-escalate or take you or remove you away from the situation. It's just like being a fucking president. The fucking what they call them?
Secret Service.
Secret Service. President might not want to leave. Guess what the Secret Service is gonna do? They're gonna snatch you up, drag you the fuck out of there, and then they're gonna have that conversation later when they get you where you're going. Like, you're not tough, bro. Anybody can get it at any point. And that's until these entertainers start realizing and acting and moving that way, it's the same shit is going to continue. Stop putting yourself in these situations, man. It's sad. It's crazy. We're losing too many.
And I want to say, I understand the appeal. I get it. When I went the first time I went to Los Angeles, we went to Compton, but it wasn't because I wanted to be tough. It was like a friend of mine was like, yo, there's a house party in Compton. It was like, yeah, I want to see what Compton look like.
I ain't going.
I want to see what Compton look like.
I ain't going.
It's like, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not walking around with people who got a bunch of guns that's just look like that's looking for the wrong things. We went to a house party, we stayed for a couple hours, and we left. Not to say that nothing could have happened, but
it's less likely.
Yeah, like it was just a little house party, and it was a controlled environment. So it's just like, at some point, it has to, like, when do you stop doing certain things like that? Like, I know it sounds corny, but
Hey,
Bro, nothing sounds
corny
nothing
extends your life.
yeah,
Fuck
nothing
that.
sounds corny about not wanting to
yo,
gamble outside of bowling alley at 2:30 in the morning,
I
bro.
could give you an example. Matter of fact, me, uh, Nightmare, and Hef was at a spot down in Dumbo in Brooklyn. Hef gets a text about a birthday, like one of his boys is having birthday drinks in Queens. So it was still kind of early. So they like, let's go over there and then we'll come back. Nightmare like, so we gonna leave here and go over there? Like, all right, whatever. We're gonna go real quick. We go. There's some hole in the wall joint in I don't know what part of Queens. Not the safest of areas. Your man Nightmare looked at me and said, I haven't been alive for 40 years not to know that this isn't a place we shouldn't be at. He's like, this is not a place we should be at. They got a drink. They said happy birthday to whoever they need to say happy birthday to. And we got right back in the car and went right back to Dumbo. Like, it was just like, you know, when something like, we probably shouldn't be here. We like, this is not the place we should be. And I don't know how they felt. Maybe they didn't feel like that. Maybe they do that often, and it's just second nature to them. But when you can't move like that, yo. Sometimes you gotta move like you a star. Sometimes
Yeah,
you should move like you a star.
this is fact.
It's just sad.
Gotta know your status, man.
It's sad because it's like the man wasn't involved in anything. He wasn't causing anything. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. And then the boxer Shakur Stevenson was literally standing right next to him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, literally standing right next to him.
That's crazy.
And it's like, I get it. Like, it's like Chips is the man in Brooklyn. So when Chips say, yo, everybody that's in town, it was his birthday, matter of fact. It was the dude, it was Jazz Prince's birthday. So I get it. Yo, everybody pop out for my birthday. How about we do something different? Why people got guns at your birthday event?
It's crazy.
Why is that even necessary?
Why they throwing dice? Why y'all not just partying?
Nah, I
Like,
don't mind the
party
dice.
over,
I
then
don't
let's
even lie to
let the
you.
party be over.
I
You
don't
gotta
mind
mind the dice in that situation, bro. There's no reason somebody's throwing dice there, bro.
Why are people going to Chip's house with guns?
That too.
It's my birthday. This is my event. Why is that necessary? Everybody know me. Everybody here on the strength of me. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who my pops is. Y'all know who my family is. That shit ain't necessary. There ain't nobody should be thinking that they in this so-called controlled environment, nobody should be thinking that they need a weapon inside of here. That shit is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And to mirror what Gilly said, Gilly the Kid, why does everybody need to, they want to record and post people taking their last breath, dying? Everybody, like, why is that necessary to be posted? In the world that we live in today, it ain't just young people on social media. So imagine somebody's parents finding out their kid got killed through a Twitter link that got forwarded to them. That's how they imagine. That's how somebody find out that they lost their child. That's disgusting. That's really disgusting.
I don't even know how motherfuckers like. If I don't even know how you think to pull out your camera in that moment.
Because if people start arguing and they try and get a world.
Yeah, but I'm going to pay attention to the argument. I'm not worried about my camera.
I'm worried about my exit strategy.
They trying
to exit strategy. Fuck that.
Yeah, either I'm trying to figure out if this shit gonna go all the way left and I need to move, or I want to be nosy and pay attention to the argument. I'm not worried about recording it.
Everybody want world star moment.
That goes back to what I said. The value of human life has diminished as a society as we know it. Completely.
Because honestly, let's be real. If no guns was included and somebody just snuffed Quavo, we would all be laughing at the video.
Mm-hmm.
So that person who would have been able to send the video would have been the man or the girl.
Would have got paid.
I mean, they got paid regardless anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, maybe not. But it's a different outlook if it's just like, oh, somebody got punched in the face and I got the video. You're not assuming, but one of the videos, first of all, I don't click on no video that I know somebody's about to get killed in. So I'll read around it to see what it is. But one of the videos, it was a video that showed that Shakur Stevenson was standing next to Takeoff. The person was behind him. They saw the dude with the gun in his hand, like y'all said. He knew he was ready with the gun out.
Ready.
So it's like somebody see a gun out and you like, oh, let me start recording? Or better yet, let's say y'all arguing and I start recording. And then I see one of y'all mans pull out a gun. I'm putting my phone back in my pocket. Like, oh, wait, he pulled the gun out? That ends my recording right there.
Listen, exit strategy. Is that what I think I said?
Word.
I'm out, y'all. I'm out.
That's a fact. Especially, come on. That's crazy. Because exactly what happened is what my fear would be. I get hit with a stray bullet. That would be my exact fear.
Shit. Yeah. Yep.
Crazy.
I agree. I definitely agree.
But man, listen, I feel like it's less about the music and it's more about the people. Like Chip said, it's self-sabotage. Listen, man, I get it. It's old heads like Jay-Z and Diddy that throw their white parties and brunches. That might not be cool to y'all. But y'all could do something on that level that's more cool to y'all, that don't need guns involved. And
that's less violent.
Yeah, like that shit ain't necessary. You can have your dice game you can have all of that without the extra shit. That shit is not necessary.
You can rent out a casino room and throw whatever dice you want to fucking throw, and they gonna close their eyes. They gonna say, we don't know what's going on in that room.
What does it matter if you still bringing guns into the casino room?
No, I mean, no, you can't. You can get it all checked. Like all that could be squashed. You can just have a fucking room with a felt table, and you can throw all the fucking dice you want.
With how much money do them motherfuckers have? They could have did whatever they wanted. Like legit, whatever. Like, is it just the thrill of, oh, I took your money, so I won your money? Like, man, listen.
And then
maybe it's an addiction. Maybe they addicted to gambling. That's why they just still throw dice and shit. They want to feel like.
No. I'm not going to knock throwing dice. Throwing dice is fun. It's
with friends.
It's a good game to play.
Yeah, I'm at the age that I'm at. I'm not playing. I'm not rolling. I'm not gambling with somebody.
With strangers.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. It's just like the conversation I was having with my wife and my son, and she was like, people do things, and this is part of our culture. I said, yeah, but just with gaining fame and notoriety and money, same way you grow in age, right? So when's the last time you seen me in Bushwick standing on a corner in front of the chicken spot?
When was the last time we was on Crown Steps?
You know what I'm saying?
I lived there.
We not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? At this age.
And it used to be fun. So, like, we understand it.
Yeah. That used to be our spot.
Yeah.
But we're going to call like, I'm in the hood, come through my mom's steps, come through my uncle's steps. I'm going to come to your steps. We're not chilling and meeting on the corner of Wilson Ave and COVID. We're not doing that because we grown past that. And so it's the same way when you gain money and you gain notoriety. I'm not standing out front of nowhere at 2-something in the morning throwing dice. And again, to close this out, until we as a people decide to stop putting ourselves in certain predicaments and situations, it's going to get worse and worse. And anybody can get it anywhere, at any time. So you got to stop putting yourselves in a situation. And it's sad, man. R.I.P. to Takeoff.
R.I.P., man.
Definitely rest easy, man. And yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout outs to Justin for joining the crew.
Julio!
Justin. Yo, you know what we got to start doing? We need to start doing shout outs in the beginning of the episodes.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I got you.
Like the commenters.
Prelude.
Yeah, we gotta start shouting because maybe they're not good watching us all the way to the end.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Start saying that in the beginning.
I agree.
Always next week.
Yes, sir.
But until then, like, subscribe, share, comment.
Kyrie, just apologize, bro. Yo, I wanna apologize to Kevin Durant for everybody. Yo, I shouldn't even apologize because on the episode I said I understood why he wanted out. I need everybody else to fucking apologize to that man because he understood the shit that he had to go through. We got rid of Steve Nash and we was on the way. We was almost there. We was almost there. Yo, Kyrie, just say I'm sorry.
Kyrie said, hold my beer.
Yo, just say sorry, man.
He said, we almost out of the woods. Psych! But shout outs to everybody, man. Great episode, guys.
Shout out to New Clowns in New York, man.
Oh, edit.
All right.
Edit point.
And we out.